listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Tuesday, January 10, 2023. How are we? Good. Good. Glad you're here because, we're just going through the motions at this point. It is Tuesday for those 9-to-5ers working your ass off for the man. Thank you for spending a few minutes, if not about 27 minutes. That's the average viewer who comes to Goof On. You know the YouTube average is 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Yeah, doing pretty good. I'll take it. Wow. Nothing's happening. Everybody's just chit-chatting, talking about disclosure, and it's going to happen, and it was so great a couple of years ago. Yesterday it was great. Now here we are, going through the motions. Sort of feels that way to me because there's nothing new happening. So here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want us to have to rely on Jeremy Corbell or any of the goofballs that go into mainstream media so we could have something to talk about. Now, I pose a question for tonight's show in the title. Well, more of a statement. Only one thing can save ufology. Do you know what that is? It's not what you think, and you might even be half right. If I think I know you guys, because that's how I would think, I'll tell you when we get to it. And I also want to talk about the biggest ongoing scam, Skinwalker Ranch. It's not about money, though. It's about a scam on morality and humanity. Now, you never thought we would get that deep, would you? But it is. Because let's just face it, they don't need the money over there. And I know Fugel. Like I think I know Fugel. He's probably really careful with his money. But I'm sure he's paying these people above minimum wage. So what is it? Well, We don't have any evidence. It's a scam. Let's do a little roll call tonight, just for the halibut. I don't care. I want to do what I want to do. Terry Marwood, welcome to this show. Diane Boss, welcome to the show. Coraline! Oh, no updates. No updates. I'm frustrated about that, but hopefully, hey, maybe there's good news coming. But if anybody finds anything out, you can go to Coraline's Facebook if you want and always check it out. It's just her name and you can see her picture. Oh my God, what a weird thing that happened today after I was working out. I go to the Winn-Dixie, the grocery store, to buy some dinner, which, by the way, is right here. And I turned the corner, and I'm not lying. This is so unbelievable. There was a lady who looked exactly like Coraline. She turned the corner. She looked at me. She goes, "Excuse me, darling." Smiled. And I wanted to get my phone out and take a picture of this woman. I was taken aback by that. I'm like, that's got to be a sign of something. Yeah, that was so weird. I've never seen Coraline, the Matrix of Coraline, anywhere. That was the first time. Poor Coraline. John Kindon, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Monto, welcome to the show. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome to the show, the wild one. Not really, but you know what I mean. It's just a nickname for a gal who likes not having nicknames. Right? No? I'm just guessing. I don't know. Hey, Den Boob. Sorry. I couldn't stop myself. It's like when you're about to lock your keys in the car and you realize it as the door's about to latch shut. You're like, oh no! Oh no, I said it. That's what happened. Sammo, what's up, master? How you doing? How you doing, man? We need to have a talk. Paula Faust, how are you? Welcome to the show. Brandon, welcome to the show. Cyber Bry, how you doing? Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show. Sasquatch Chewbacca. Sasquatch Chewbacca. I was speaking to you in your tongue. I'll say it again. That means, how's mom and them? Glenn Collins, welcome to the show. Captain Nick, what's up, Captain N. Lucifer? Can we speak with Nicholas Lucifer, please? Hi, yeah, I was trying to reach your dad. Oh, I always got that confused. So Lucifer is you. You're Satan. Oh, I didn't know if it was just a play on words. I need to talk to you about something. Your son is on fire lately. Yeah. What's his name? Baby Satan? Mini you? Mini me. Shelly Belly. Welcome to the show. Moody Mongol. Welcome to the show. Hey, Nathan from the Quantum Show. How you doing, bro? And David Pearson, how are you? Welcome to the show. Good to see you too. Let's get started. Hey, Mr. Wilcox. Hi, David. Welcome to the show. And Metalhead, how you doing? Always interested in some of the people that come here. It's weird. Metalhead, you've been coming here for ages. Did you ever follow me on Blog Talk Radio or when I had? Because for some reason, even before I knew you, it's like I knew you. Maybe it's just metal. I don't know. Diamond Dog too. I know we just met each other a year ago or something, but I feel like it's longer than that. It's weird, isn't it? What's up, Mike? Mike and I go way back since childhood days. Nah, I'm joking. It was just a couple of years ago. What's up, Mike? Gematria, right? Remember, I used to say Gematria, and I was very wrong about that for a long time. Welcome to the show. Brookers, welcome to the show. Josie UK, welcome to the show. And everybody else, Sapphire, how you doing now, Sapphire Elf? I almost just said elf. FAP, I almost said FAP. Welcome to the show, everybody. If I didn't say hi, get over it. Doesn't mean I don't love you. I love you. You just got a show to do. Alfie, Joe, Bob, and Bob. Oh, look at that. Alfie, Joe, Bob Birkins. Alfie, Joe, Bob Birkins. Alfie, Joe, Bob Birkins. Get it? What's this? I thought so. Whoops, I almost put you in timeout, Metalhead. Richie, I saw your early Oh, that was... If it was early YouTube, there's a couple. The earliest, I doubt it, was CN UFOs TV. But I had this channel 1 year before, year and a half before GoofOn, or 2 years before I turned it into GoofOn. It was the Paranormal Code. I was just loading the show up from Spreaker. You know, with no thumbnail or anything, just throwing it up there. Didn't care. But I did have an old channel that just reached 10,000 subscribers, and then they removed it from YouTube. That was UFO Chronicles of Rich G. Every letter you could fit, I maxed out. That was the greatest channel, I think, for UFOs on YouTube. Because what I did, I took every video and I made playlists for Mars, Hollowed Earth, and all this. There was just every category with every video on YouTube. I think they hated it. I think they hated that I became YouTube for the paranormal. And then Third Phase of Moon popped in and they took over. Check this out. I just have to show you something really odd about your president. Look at his face. You see that face? Why is he making this face?
The impact, what happened on July the 6th, had international repercussions beyond what I think any of you can fully understand.
So the question is, what's wrong with this guy's face? I'll tell you what's wrong. My dad makes that face. It's Parkinson's, I think. Of course, it could be a bunch of other things, but I now have seen a few people with Parkinson's, and they got that look. They don't know. They don't even know they're doing it. I tell my dad closes his eyes. I'm like, why are you closing your eyes? I don't know. I'm like, well, you got to look at me when you're talking. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't even know I'm doing it. I go, you don't realize it's black? I hear you. I'm going to look at you too. Like, no, you never did anyway. So. You were never a good father. No, my dad was incredible. All right. So I'm going to work backwards today. You won't even notice. I want to start off with a UFO sighting. This one comes from Uri Geller. Do you know who Uri Geller is? One of the biggest con artists in this genre of the paranormal, conspiratorial, and bullshittery. He's the guy who went on Johnny Carson claiming he had telekinesis powers and he could turn the pages in a phone book or bend a spoon. He was known as the boon spending dude. A little dyslexia. Spoon bending guy. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. See, I don't think about it. It's not because, whatever. But if you want to help support the show, GoofOn is supported by the public, by you. And you can help support the show. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You could even go to the About section on GoofOn and see the links if you want to help support us. We really appreciate it. Just remember when you're doing that, if you do support us, if you support the channel, you're supporting Truthology for UFOlogy. I really think we're the only channel or show that does a show the way we do it. Which means we're not afraid to name names. We're not afraid to tell people you suck. We're not afraid to tell people you're bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. That's a lie. You're just supporting people you love or like or care about. You have no idea what you're doing here in this field. That's what we do. We point out, and who am I to have such an authoritative and entitled position here in ufology? I'm the guy who's seen it all, pretty much. That's who I am. Not just once, twice, 3 times, over and over again. And the longer you stay in this field, it's a 3 to 5 year turnaround on narrative, people, the politics of ufology. It's bad right now. It's bad because we got sold a bunch of lies. But here's Uri Geller, as Johnny Carson would say, Uri Geller. He actually said, friends, a new Pentagon office set up to track reports of UFOs has received several hundred new reports. I'm in touch with them. Come on, skeptics, what's this? I mean, how unbelievable the stupidity of Uri Geller thinking that this is a UFO. I'm embarrassed to even play this. It's obvious just sitting here. God, I can't stand Uri Geller.
Whoa, sort of moving for me. Oh, what the hell? That is interesting right there.
Oh, shut off.
Wow.
It's a balloon that came untied, you jagoff.
No, they're talking to me. They're doing signs.
It's balloons. That's all this is. There's nothing magical going on here. If something magical and ufological was going on here, well, where's the military to come save the day? You know? Come on, people, man. Come on. You know, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for ufologicals. It's embarrassing. It is. It's balloons. It's all it is. But yet Uri Geller wants to tell you I'm going to show you something. I think I have a video I can show you. No, I'm not showing you that one because that's not the one I want. You know, I have never, here it is, I got it. I have never seen a legitimate UFO, I don't think, other than my own. Here, I'm going to show you something. Oh, come on, Rich. Come on, Richie. I'm trying to pull up a video for you, and I pulled one up that said boomerang, but it's not the boomerang I want to show you. So we'll go to page 4. It's exactly what this guy captured, and I just want to show it to you. Here it is. I got it. And I know mine's a balloon because I captured it, and I stayed with it. And, you know, can't deny it. I know what it is. Uri Geller. Check this out. And oh wait, that's his. Glish. Here we go. It is no sound, but that's okay. I mean, there is, but come on. No, we don't want to play? Same thing. Balloons. Told you. I got it all. I got everything on video they do. Everything. And this is the short video. I recorded this for 20 minutes like a dummy. But it's the same thing. It's a balloon. It's an arch of balloons. Anyway. See, that's why I know. I know what I'm doing. These people don't. They don't. And why don't they want to know the truth? Because it ruins their dreams. It does. It kills the dream. And I'm going to tell you what I wrote to Uri Geller. Oh, wait. I didn't even waste my time, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I wasted my time, but I thought I did. I thought I wasted my time. I don't know. I just think I said, oh, here it is. I said, Uri Geller is the biggest grifter in the paranormal. Totally fake spoonbender. Magicians do it all the time. Go away, Uri. No one likes balloons. They're for children. I don't like him. I think he's poison for the field. He's just like Jeremy Corbell. I don't understand how Uri Geller after all the people that, I mean, there were books written about him and proving that he's a fraud. And at the time in the early 80s, late 70s, man, mainly the 80s, people were loving this guy. Just couldn't get enough of him. How's that possible? How can people, when the evidence is right there in front of you, proving that the guy's a fraud, and you're saying, no, I don't care. I think those people are just conspiratorial and they just don't want the truth out there, that people have magical powers. Well, Martha, do you have magical powers? Oh, Lord, no. I have never even tried or thought. You know why you never tried or thought to move something with your mind? No, because you can't do it. Nobody can. There's no such thing as telekinesis. All right, what if there is? Nobody can control it. And I don't care about the Russian lady and all that shit sitting like this and have a box in front of her, and then the little toothpick is sitting up and a card on top, and oh, she made the card spin. Yeah, a little drop of air can get in there and make that shit move through the nose, through the ears, I don't know, whatever air canal she's got. But it's all fraudery. That's all it is. It's all bullshittery. It's a lie. Unless you're having, a spirit help you move and bend stuff. Greg O'Brien throwing down pure love. That's a super dono, folks. That means there's no comment, no sticker, just love. It's a good thing. Thanks, G-O-B, Greg O'Brien. Throwing down $2. Is that the first one? It's the first one tonight. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, Greg O'Brien. $2 super chat. That goes. Super dono. I'm sorry. Jesus. A little celebratory there. Thanks, Greg. Continuing supporter of Goof On. Appreciate that. Thanks. Hey, Alien Girly. How you doing? Hey. Hey, FGraph 72. It wasn't balloons. UFO Jesus would swoop down, delivering toilet paper to all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does do that. UFO Jesus. Nathan's listening from work. Well, I'm glad you can listen. Thanks, Nathan. Mike Gemetria says, Bob Barkins, remember when you would write your stories about Ken and Barbie and the nudist adventures? People would complain, but I thought it was great. This is what I'm missing. If cops have camera blocking technology, why wouldn't they, Rabbit Hole says? If they get caught, well, it's all circumstantial, but what I think you're getting at is that if they had that type of technology to prevent people from taking pictures of things they shouldn't take pictures of, I believe it's out there. Dorothy says, hi, Dorothy says, hey, chat room, keep the love going. We do have the most love out of all the chat rooms in this field. Yeah, it's true. The balloon men are coming. The men, they're not men in black. What would we call them? Men in rubber, men in rubbers. So we know Uri Geller's got balloons. Okay, good. All right. Next, I've got this next sighting. It's really, this is amateur hour tonight. You see this? 2 steps backwards. Nothing new for you. So what do? This is what we do. We try to, in the meantime, wait for the announcements to come in. We'll go over some videos, do something historic, and then we'll talk about the people in the field. That's all there is. What do you want me to do? You want me to talk about Roswell again? You want me to talk about the same shit over and over? No, this is more exciting. Believe me. YouTube, I don't, never. So here's a sighting from Vegas. I know what it is. And I knew it within 5 seconds. I'm going to give you that luxury. I'm going to start it where I started it. And I want you to have the same. I started it around when? Around what time was it? Oh, I wrote it down. No, I didn't. I did. I started at 2 minutes. Oh, yeah. 2 minutes? All right, we'll go to back 2 minutes. All right. So there's a sighting over Vegas. And this is by Jeremy Grimsley, 6 subscribers. This is a year old. And it was, somebody posted it as new. But guess what? It doesn't really matter. And you want to know why you're hearing about it now as if it was new? Well, I'll just show you. And you figure, I want to see if you guys, I want an honest answer. Don't just throw stuff out and hopefully something sticks to the wall. Give me a and look, if that video is playing and somebody says balloons within first 5 seconds, I know you didn't even try. Nighttime, so very tough to be balloons, but doesn't mean it can't be. And 3, 2, Gush. Anybody? Okay, this is interesting. Something's missing in my chat room. How could this be? You guys know what this is? I'm going to see what your comments are. Here we go. Let me go back a little bit. The moon. We also have plane. Well, restricted airspace, a UFO. Moon again by Death Proof Bum 01. Stardust says a plane. How many dots are out there, guys? How could that be a plane? There's 2 dots. Come on. Reflection of the city lights. Yep, Greg O'Brien saw what I wrote. It's airplanes on an approach. I'll play it a little longer. Good guess, Greg. I'm joking that you cheated and looked at. You don't know where it's. Oh yeah, you do know where it's from. I told everybody. I shouldn't have. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Now the funny thing is, I see the flashing of the lights because there's no, it looks like you don't see any flashing. Now, I lived in Vegas for a summer once, and planes come in just like they do in Arizona, depending on what part of the country they're coming in from. And when they come in, you know, the airport's only 5 minutes from the strip. It's not that far away. So, yeah, see Vegas in the background, but the planes come in from the northeast. From 30 to 50 miles out, they line up, and then they rotate in and land. I've been in the airplanes 100 times going to Vegas. It's exactly what they do. And they line up like this. Every 15 minutes, you'll see lights, a couple of lights like this. During the holidays, there'd be lights up here. But you can see the flashing if you know how to look for it. Watch. I'll go back a few seconds. You can see the flashing. There, it may look like pulsing, but you see, you can see it flashing. This one's probably 10 miles further. Oh, what's that? Oh my goodness. Wow, so it's probably turning. Or it's another one in the background, which is probably what it is. Now he's so out of focus. It's ridiculous. Oh no, and you still see flashing. I saw a flash. They're still there. They're just going, they're sideways now. They're turned. That's why that light was located where it was on the wing. Because it was turning. Watch. It's turning, right? That's why. It's another airplane. That's all it is. And you can see little flashes. Because he's out of focus, those flashes don't show up as easily. Very, 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 very simple way to hoax everybody. And people do this all day long. Jesus, Metalhead. What? Thanks for all the years. Truth does matter. Wish I could give more, brother. Wow. I mean, thank you, dude. No, thank you. God bless. Alien bless. Pardon me. But man, thank you so much, bro. It means a lot. It's a pleasure. Appreciate the support. You never wavered. You always supported, even during the hard times. I see everything. That's really nice, man. Thank you very much, Metalhead. You know, that one gets one of these. Yeah. Which one? Want to do this one? This one? All right. Thank you, Metalhead, for the $50 whopping for all the years Truth Matters. Wish I can give more, brother. I could. All over. Enough. That's good. Try to be different. Thank you. Mucho gusto, Generoso, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Man. Wow, that was very surprising. It always is. I don't, even if it's 5, I'm still like, I can't believe it. It's so weird being on this side of the coin, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I need a second here. I'm just, oh man. Metalhead. Yeah, that was, I'm like that. No racing thoughts, but I got to have 700 calories within an hour of working out. Actually, it should be 1,000, but thanks, man. I got a green one too, but she's over there. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, why'd you hit me? I didn't say anything. What? Oh. She, her. Stop it. You're bullshitting me. We're not going to do that here. We're not going woke. No. You want to go woke? I'll turn you into chicken nuggets. Yeah, that's what I thought. Unbelievable, right? All right. Wow. Did you hear about this was crazy. I heard that Steven Seagal. Yeah. Did you hear what happened? I heard that. Yeah, he was looking for me. Yeah, I don't know why he's doing it, but he is apparently. I don't understand it, but
Everybody seen Richie?
Jesus! Holy
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Oh my God. Don't look right. Oh, Jesus. He's gone. Oh my God. That's twice that's happened. He must be watching. I almost sucked my teeth. Oh my God. Oh, you can't do whiteface anymore either. It's racist. Can't do whiteface anymore. Jammer Travels throwing down. Thanks, Blue Chicken. You're a quack. Oh, Blue Chicken? Do you mean... Oh, yeah, where is Blue Chicken? Used to be a good friend of the show. We swore to be friends forever. What did I say? What did I do? Thanks, Jammer Travels, for the $2. Thanks, Blue Chicken. You're a quack. Aw. He's sad. Oh, he can barely get a cluck. He's cold. He says I'm cold. Thanks, Jammer Travels. Mucho gusto, generoso. So yesterday when I was on my rant about Ross Coulthart and Bryce, or whatever they are, I was wondering about that show, about the things I was saying, and I listened to the show again, just a couple of parts where, you know, I pretty much called Ross a pussy for saying what he's saying, not naming names. You know, everybody wants to call and put the blame on people, but why can't he say names? Why? Because he's just talking out his ass, right? He may have somebody in mind. It could be me, it could be Angry Channel, it could be, you know, somebody along those lines. But I want to know, man, right? Don't you want to know, like, why can't he say that person's name? What is it going to hurt? I'm just not going to advertise their name. I'm not helping them getting anybody looking at their channel. Oh, freaking pussy move if that's the answer. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I know. Yesterday I went right along the edge, but I was a little upset. I get really upset when people put the blame when they should be putting the blame on their friends. Jeremy Corbell and Knapp. I know I talked about it yesterday, but it's still fresh in my mind. It really bothers me. What is this? Here's a video. Tom DeLonge. For those who missed the new video from Washington Post, they said, here it is again. This is it? This is what the Washington Post put up?
UFOs are real.
Congress is holding its first hearing on UFOs in more than 50 years.
And the government's finally taking them seriously.
This is a national security issue. Putting your head in the
Damn
sand and saying it doesn't exist is not an appropriate solution or approach.
If there's something that's out there, and we don't know what it is, it could harm us. So figure out what it is.
So wait, are we talking spaceships with little green men who are...
Why does Neil deGrasse Tyson Tyson say that? It could harm us. Of course. But why can't they think positively? They could help us. Isn't that why we're trying to reach out? Because we want to be the interstellar beings, right? We want to travel the stars. I don't think any being, species, should travel the stars until they're ready to. We are so primitive. We're the most primitive. No matter how nice we want to be, they know what our trigger. They know what triggers us. Anything. That's why when they abduct, they usually only take one, maybe two. I know if you listen to some people, when they were abducted, they wind up in hotel rooms with everybody who's a bigwig in ufology. Remember that? Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it.
Weirdly obsessed with cows.
The fact that we don't know what it is doesn't mean that we then know what it is. That's what the U stands for. Yeah.
You're getting these videos because this is ufology right now. Okay, I want to hold on for a second. Hold that video. Hold that thought. What could we be talking about? No, really, I'm interested to know. I'm trying to get interviews with some people, but I'm going for people that are up there, First, I want to see if I can get those people to come on the show. And nobody's gotten back yet. It's only 3, but I won't tell you who they are. You know one of them, Ross. He didn't get back to Amy either. Yep, that's the kind of guy he is, I guess. Yeah, it could be busy. It's only been 3 days. That's all right. But, what would you want to talk about? This is Yeah, me too. Me too. You're right, David. I find the reset interesting. So do I. So if this is a reset because it feels like it, I'm going to say it is. Now, during this reset, let's take advantage of it. How do we make ufology better now that we've reset everything? We know all the tricks now. We know the Pentagon really doesn't care about what we want, the public. And that is the answer. Only one thing can save ufology. Us. We are. I'm not even talking about evidence. I'm talking about you and I. How? Well, we're doing it. We're keeping an eye out for those who do wrong. We do right when nobody's looking and when they're looking. You always do good. If you do right, turn on your lane, your signal, hit the brakes mildly, don't drive erratic, even when nobody's around. You'll pick up these good habits along the way. So, we've talked about everything here. Everything. I don't know what else we could do, but other than get interviews and hear other people's opinions. Now, I am going to be bringing you guys in. We're not even halfway through January yet. But I wanted to do the man on the street thing. I wanted to go to Miami this weekend, but it's supposed to rain. It's going to rain, it looks like. But either I go to Miami this week or, which I want to do in March for spring break, go to Fort Lauderdale and just spend 2 to 3 days down there and just talk to as many people as possible, get it all on video, see what people really think. The young, the older, all sorts of people. It's going to be a really, really, really fun time. And I'm throwing it out there now. If anybody wants to join me, I would be very, very appreciative of it. I don't know. I can't pay for everything for you, but I'm sure we could work something out where I could help if it's going to be a problem. But that's going to be in March, so we've got a couple of months to go. It'll come by like that. Next thing you know, I'm tan, we're ready to go. I'm working out now for the beach again. I'm killing myself. I'll die in the gym, but I'll look good. That's the only thing that matters in life. It's the illusion. And that's what we're getting in ufology. We're getting an illusion that things are in motion, but nothing is. We've gone 2 steps backwards in the last year. Nothing new is happening. All right, they passed the whistleblower thing. Doesn't help me. But it is interesting what's going on right now. Let's hear what the Neil deGrasse Hole Tyson has to say.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon. If it's unidentified, you don't know what it is.
How could anyone possibly know that information? It's ridiculous.
In 2021, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand led efforts alongside Senator Marco Rubio and Representative Ruben Gallego to include an amendment in the latest defense bill that required the DoD to set up a permanent office meant to investigate.
All right, we know.
UAPs.
Under all circumstances, you need to know what it is.
How
Because if
old
it
is
is an
this?
adversary, let's say it's Russia or China, you better know what
Russia?
technology they have. And if it's other, then you also need to know that. Like, you really have to know the answer and use as much scientific capabilities as we have to make those determinations. And if we don't have enough scientific capability, then increase the scientific capability.
There you go.
So far, the DoD has collected about 400 credible reports. They haven't provided any answers other than a list of possible explanations like airborne clutter, natural atmospheric stuff, classified U.S. tech, classified foreign.
Sorry, there's nothing new going on. Hold on. I want to see something here. I'm going to jump a little bit. Okay.
These sort of mass sightings of UFOs, of flying saucers, was all over the media. And a lot of that turned out to be, either pranksters or things that were easily explained. But there was enough sort of noise there that the Pentagon decided to begin to collect data.
The program was called Project Blue Book, and it called on the Air Force to investigate.
Why are we getting a history lesson? We don't need this.
Lou Elizondo was in charge of ATIP, and the more he investigated UAPs, the more he was convinced they might not be of this world.
And when he would try to present facts to people within the Pentagon, his higher-ups, there was a lot of skepticism, and so he was pushed off, he felt. And so eventually he decided to bring this program to public light.
We're learning this morning about a Pentagon program that spent millions of dollars.
Elizondo, there's Tom DeLonge. They're just giving us a history lesson.
Frequency. We can't do this, but something else.
Wait, what?
can.
What did this Joker
Gosh,
say?
You know, aliens. You know, they're coming from other planets. And then people kind of like stop there. The evidence of these things is really pointing that these things aren't coming from planets. The past.
What evidence? Anybody? What evidence? Anybody? That these are from other planets. I haven't seen any evidence that's telling me that these dots, blobs, and blurbs are evidence that they're from another planet. Oh, whoa, they're trans-medium craft. They are? Yeah. Did you see it go in the water? Not really. Yeah, look at this one from, where is this from? Agua Fria? With Palo Alto? Where is this from? Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that one. Yeah, it looks like it goes in the water. Sure, yeah, skipping through the tips of the waves. Yeah, I think it's an optical illusion, but if you want to believe that's trans-medium craft, if that object went in this way and then came out that way and then went back in this way and out that way, instead of just skimming the very tips of the waves to make us wonder, did that just go in the water or did the waves cover it up? I'm not sure what I just saw, but they're saying it looked like it went into the water. I don't see that. I see it looks like it might have, but it also could be hidden. So it's an illusion. Oh, it did go in the water? That's why there were no waves. Oh, they can't. They're floating in a gravitational bubble seal. Gotcha. Well, that explains it. My bad.
Past, present, and future exist at one moment. So that means you can laterally step back and forth depending on frequency. We can't do this, but something else can.
Doc, I'm from the future.
In
a time machine that you built out of a DeLorean.
Left the band and...
You mean I built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Yeah, and it's got 1.21 gigawatts of...
1.21 gigawatts? Great Scott!
Hey, Doc, I'm all for it.
Do you know what this means? It means this thing doesn't work!
He started a company called To the Stars.
The mission of To the Stars is to study, analyze, and...
Did it just look like he held in a fart right there? Doesn't it look like it? It looked like he held in a fart when he was talking. Watch.
Started a company called To the Stars.
It does.
The mission of To the Stars is to study,
right there.
Analyze, and...
Yeah, raise that left cheek up.
All these different facets of this phenomenon.
All these different facets of the phenomenon.
Their biggest projects was a documentary series called Unidentified.
Did you see Loose Lips? Look, he's doing the hero pose. Yeah. Loose lips, no lips, guns and dumbs. Who would say pose this way, tough guy? Show us your tats. Show us your scats. Show us your gang tattoos. Hypocrite.
It was a documentary series called Unidentified. In it, they released the first 3 UFO videos taken by Navy pilots.
I'm an asshole. Not watching this anymore. I just want to hurt myself, and that's not good at this moment. So we've got shitty UFOs over Vegas that aren't real. We saw balloons from a guy who thinks he's seeing unidentified flying EBEs, unidentified biological entities, as Linda Moulton Howdy Doody Fresh and Fruity would say. What would she say? EBEs. And the EBEs were seen flying around in their spaceship when Spartan 1 and Spartan 2 took chocolate and fluffy down to the iron core, and they split their hairs into a paw print of love. Huh? Exactly. You know who's really smart and doesn't get any credit in this field anymore? Daniel Sheehan. He knows more than any 3 full-time UFO researchers in the field. That guy's seen it all. A conspiratorial lawyer who was with the Greer's Disclosure Project and was the lawyer for, I think, 400 people who might lose their pension if they talked, their job, their credibility. He was that guy who listened to all the evidence, saw all the evidence, had to be there to take in all that evidence to understand who he's backing up. Hey, Judge, if you saw what I saw, Judge, under oath, he can't say anything. That is a violation of national security. That's why, Judge, that's why I'm here. They're allowed to talk. It's not against the law. Yeah, they may have signed an NDA, but come on, that was 40 years ago. Guy's a dinosaur. I'm sorry, Robert, but you're a dinosaur. He's going to die soon. You understand, lady? That's who Daniel Sheehan is. He gets people the freedom, protects their freedoms to speak. And now that they passed that whistleblower amendment or whatever the act, the NDAA, it's going to be a lot easier for people. But I wouldn't put it past the government to want to sue or countersue, or do they sue? Does the government sue? No, they arrest people. See, I think if you sign an NDA, there's a maximum amount of years, right? Can't say anything for 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is about that you can't talk about, that however long they need before you can talk about it. And usually it's decades. But let's hear what Sheehan says. He was on George Norrie. I like Sheehan. I don't trust him. I have no reason not to. But he is a lawyer. Check this out. This is actually really good.
Was elected.
He says,
got you involved in this, Danny, in the first place.
Here we go.
Years ago.
Well, it was in 1976, right after President Carter was elected. As people know, President Carter had seen a UFO back when he was governor of Georgia. So when he was elected president, one of the first things he did is he reached out to the head of the Central Intelligence Agency, who was at that time George H.W. Bush, George Bush Sr., who was the head of the CIA under President Gerald Ford, and asked the head of the CIA, George Bush, to turn over the information to him as the newly elected president. And George Bush refused to do that. And so President Carter reached out to the Congressional Research Service, the Science and Technology Division, and asked them to prepare a secret report to the president on, one, the probability of the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence elsewhere in the universe, and what relationship that might have to the UFO phenomenon.
That's who Daniel Sheehan is. That's what he gets. He gets everything that's extremely vital to ufology. If somebody needs to say something that is going against something that could be lawfully against them. Death Proof Bum 01, £5, £5 super chat says, a favor, if you bash the blue chicken, I heard it whisper something woke. I'm sure it said fat chicken acceptance. I wasn't fat shaming the chicken. I didn't say anything about the dark meat. Right? Now you can't even talk about fat chickens? You know, I may understand a fat Tony here and there. But really, a chicken? I like chicken breasts. Who doesn't? Deathproof Bum 01 throwing down some logic for me today. Thank you very much on the £5, £5 super chat. A good, a continuing supporter of Goof On, good friend of the show. Giddy up. I'm all off still. I'm getting better. You know, I'm going to find out what's wrong with me tomorrow. I thought I was going to find out today. But the technician wasn't in, so I couldn't get the results. But I think I know. I think it's I definitely have hyperthyroidism. And it's funny, because if you have something wrong with your thyroid, you can get, your neck would get swollen, like right here. It could get swollen. Mine does look like, I mean, I've seen in other videos when I was really feeling shitty. And B. Baker told me, he goes, I think you've got something on your neck. What happened? And this side was, I mean, it was bad. Like if I was straining, you know, and it's coming out. I mean, that thing was huge at one time. But they're a little sore. It's better now. Ooh, yeah, right there. I don't like the way that felt. But tomorrow I start on the meds. And then we go get testosterone replacement therapy. I definitely want it. Doesn't mean I need it, but I want it. All right, let's hear what the remaining Danny Sheehan comments. I just thought I'd let you know. I don't know why. I felt that it was important to the conversation to talk about me for a minute.
And I was contacted because I was general counsel at the United States Jesuit headquarters in their National Social Ministry office. And I was contacted by Marcia Smith, who was the head of the Congressional Research Service, Science and Technology Division. And she asked if I would become special counsel to that committee, that special task force, to find out what the Catholic Church and the Vatican archives knew about the UFO phenomenon. So I came on in that.
That's crazy. What an assignment, right? To find out what the Catholic Church has as far as UFO knowledge. What? Is that what he said? I think I was mishearing that. It does happen. Let's see. Let's see if he said that.
Archives knew about the UFO phenomenon. So I came on in that particular capacity to do that work. I ended up being designated to brief the top 50 scientists at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory at the SETI program out in Pasadena on the theological implications of contact with an extraterrestrial civilization. I brought the motion to the Washington Interreligious Staff Council, the head of the 54 major religious denominations in the country, to get them to set up a task force to try to get out ahead of this thing, to start preparing our human family for the realization that we are not, in fact, at the apex of the pyramid of all conscious life in the universe, and that this is going to be an extraordinarily important point in our history of our human family to come to grips with where we fit in to the order of our entire galaxy. You know, that it isn't life just on one planet. I mean, really seriously, imagine we live at a time where a substantial portion of people are told by the authorities that we are the only sentient species in the entire universe.
That's not what they said. They said we are the only known intelligent species in the known universe. We haven't even found a microbe yet. See, I think they found it on Mars. I just don't think they're telling us. That's what I personally believe. But Mars has been apparently desolate for 3 billion years out of the 4.5 billion years it's been around. And apparently there was water on it, around the 1 billion year mark. Something happened. It looks like with the scar that's on the planet there, it looks like something may have skimmed it and left a really big Grand Canyon. What is it, like 3,000 miles long? It's as long as the United States. You could fit like 100 Grand Canyons in it. I don't know. It's something sickly big. for a planet that's just a little smaller than Earth. I don't know, man. And we see a lot of people, Jean Ward and Chris from Mars Anomalies and Beyond, the moon and all that. It looks like there could have been structures, but nothing definitive. So, man, nothing wrong with that comment, Sheehan. It's a true statement. We do not know of any other intelligent species in the all-known universe. It's true. So what's so bad about saying that? That's not a lie. I don't like this now. Now I'm mad. Listen to what he said again. Just that part.
Species in the entire universe. There's somehow the entire universe of tens of trillions of galaxies of the entire universe. They are the only sentient species in the entire universe. There's somehow the entire universe where a substantial portion of people are told by the authorities that we are the only sentient species in the entire universe. There's somehow the entire universe of tens of trillions of galaxies, exists solely as a stage upon which to play out the drama of our one species on one planet, evolving from the primordial slime up into Voyagers in the stars.
Why is that so hard to believe? I don't understand why he's saying this, right? He's wrong. Yeah, that's not a wrong statement. Now, if they corrected the statement or altered it and said, we are the only intelligent species in all of the known universe, but the chances that there are other intelligent species out there are better than good. But we'll keep going until we can prove. We can't even prove there was microbes in our own solar system. And why do we keep going back to Mars? Go to, what was Europa? Isn't that the one with the frozen oceans? Why aren't we there? Should have been there 20 years ago. There's got to be something. If there's nothing in those oceans, once you break through the frozen level, you're going to get below where there's probably some liquid water. And depending if it's methane or salt water, I don't know. But there's probably something there. And if there isn't, ooh. But I want to, instead of hanging out in the desert, let's go to an ocean. Water is the main essential ingredient for life. Yeah, we're going to a desert. A desert that, I don't know, has been that way for 3 billion years. Oh, they found some water gushing out from the ground. Yay! Go to Europa. All right. You suck on Mars. You built a freaking helicopter with a camera that looks straight down. Good job. Oh, we don't want to know where we're going. We just want to look down. 2 cameras? What do you think? We're going to waste money on 2 cameras? One's fine. Unbelievable stupid. Unbelievable stupidity by NASA by not putting a forward-looking camera on the drone. You know why they did that, right? Just in case. Yeah, he was down there, Justin. Just in case there's something out there moving. They don't want us to see it. 100%. There's no reason they couldn't have put another 8 ounces of camera equipment on the drone. They could have done it easily. They chose not to. Come on, Sheehan, finish it off.
And that is preposterous.
It is, I know.
We've got to readjust our understanding of who we are, where we fit into the universe.
I don't even know who I am.
And the Jesuit order, which is the largest single order in the Catholic Church, which is the largest single religious denomination of all of Western civilization, has
the order
called upon
Star Wars
us to reach out and begin this dialogue. for the citizens to start having a fundamental dialogue about the philosophical and theological implications of the realization that there's extraterrestrial intelligence. And I, as the general counsel of the Jesuit headquarters in their National Social Ministry Office, reached out immediately to the spokesperson, who was Father Jose Gabriel Funes, who issued the public statement on behalf of the Vatican on November 11th of 2009, and stated that the moment has arrived.
Moody Mongol with a great comment. Thank you. Trouble is, we're not seeing the universe because the universe, even just close by, is so vast. We actually look back in time. So we hardly see anything of the universe in the here and now. I know, right? That's true. Everything we see, could be gone. Could have exploded. Yeah, let's go to Europa. No, not Europa. Let's go to Andromeda or someplace really far. Let's imagine we go as far as we can go, right? Maybe we can get to the other side of the known universe. And let's just say we go back 10 billion years. Yeah, and if we can get there in an instant, all that shit will look nothing like it does. It'll be totally different. Yeah, that's creepy cool, isn't it? Totally. If you could instantaneously just boom. Now you're looking at a group, a galaxy that's 13, let's just say 10 billion light years away. You get there in an instant, all of that history's gone. 10 billion years in a flash. You get there, there could be nothing there. Right? The planet could be gone. Maybe it exploded. Maybe there was a catastrophe. Ooh, this is crazy thoughts now. Wow. I never thought of that. If we could. Now we know in this, no, we don't know, but most likely we can't instantaneously go anywhere. So we're safe for now that won't happen. But what happens if you can, and you go, and when you get there, it's not even the same. There's got to be some sort of news source, right? Like Galaxy News or something. Yeah, we're going to go to SL295. It's in the, I don't even know the name of it. What star system is this? The Whoopi Goldberg star system. Yeah, we're starting to use bad celebrity names now. Blue glass $5 super. These people have built an entire cottage industry based upon the U.S. government not specifically denying every random via speculation as a general policy. It's Lou Elizondo and Tom DeLonge, and everyone is a little bit wrong. Blue Glass with the $5 super chat says, these people have built an entire cottage industry based upon the U.S. government not specifically denying every random via speculation as a general policy. Hold on. So they built an entire cottage industry based upon the government not denying the random BS as per their policy. Is that what you're saying? That's what you're saying. Yeah. Interesting. Again, it makes you wonder why they do that. Why do they do that? Well, it's to feed the bullshittery. It's to feed the cover-up. It's misinformation for something greater and bigger than things we can't even think of. Technology. It's always about technology. It's always about money. It's not really about power. I don't think this is about power. I don't know. Well, it's a show of force that, we're going to do what we want, even though we're lying to you. We just don't care. And people have accepted that in ufology. We've accepted it. Well, it's just the way it is. I don't like that we accept it. But what choices do we have? How do we fight back? We can't. We tried. And they just do whatever they want. Well, and then you want to do, you want to FOIA request these government sightings, and they're all redacted. So you're right. They built this entire cottage industry based on half-truth and lies. It's to further whatever it is they need. That's all it is. Thank you, Blue Glass. That's your first super chat to goof on, I believe. Thank you very much. I should have done this. No. This one. Thank you, Blue Glass, for the $5. Well, they built them in Colorado as soon as we come to Space Flight. Random comment. Mucho gusto, generoso. First time. Grazie. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I always try to do something new. What's up, Lantonionio? But what I'm saying, Hellfire, is that we start sending probes elsewhere, but acting like we're only going to Mars. We do? Where else are we sending these probes? Voyager, one of the two Voyagers just reached interstellar a year or so ago. So, the second Voyager, I think, will be hitting interstellar space, if not already. We know China went around the moon, did the moon thing. We just went around the moon. Everything was going to Mars. I'm not sure I'm following that comment. Are you saying they're sending out probes to other planets that we don't know about? That I believe. Yeah, I believe that. Don't you think they would have to? No, we're putting up another 50 satellites for Elon Musk. What about that one? Nah, man. What? Well, what about that one that's it's gone now? I don't know. What are you talking about? Deny. Oh, what are you talking about? We did everything. We document everything. Oh, take a look. Yeah, you want to go up there and take a look? Go ahead. Nobody's going to go up there and take a look. How am I supposed to go up there and prove they're doing anything at all on other planets? They don't have to go to a planet. They can go to other rocks, right? I believe they're going all over the place. Lantonio, gosh dang it. Good freaking comment. Love ya. Hey, Miss DJ, I know. Oh, wait. I know. Why am I coughing? What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? I saw you about 10 minutes ago. I forgot to say hi. If anybody wants, you can say what you want about, what's his name? Who are we talking about? Danny Sheehan. The guy's really good. And I'm not so sure we need to worry about him like I used to think. Listen to this.
For our human family to begin this extraordinarily important conversation, because much sooner than had been previously anticipated, we were going to discover life elsewhere in the universe.
And I believe the Vatican said, too, that the belief in extraterrestrials does not negate one's belief in God.
No, they've said those things. There's some fairly low-level, low-conscious things that have been said to try to accommodate people that are being taken totally by surprise for this information. But there's also an extraordinarily sophisticated level of discussion going on now in theological circles and in philosophical circles to try to come to grips with readjusting our human worldview so that we understand where we fit into the universe. This is the discussion that has to be undertaken by our citizens, because you cannot rely upon the government institutions to do this for us.
Thank you, Danny. We have to rely on each other. Oh my God, I didn't even listen to this till now, and that's exactly what I've been preaching for a while. That's 100% right. The government's not going to do it for us. I'm preaching to the choir, I know, right? But it is what it is, man. How are we going to do this? And I got to be honest. If we Yeah. All right. I think what has to happen is we need to lead by example, right? I don't know how much impact GoofOn could have, but third phase of moon, everybody knows. And if anybody can make a change or get people to notice what they're saying, it's third phase of moon. You got 800,000 subscribers. You know, at least 30,000 people are going to hear it when it goes on their channel. 50,000 to 100,000, maybe 1 million people, depending on how that thing gets stolen and shared all over the internet. It's an ongoing, thing that, yeah, they're amazing when they post stuff and it gets picked up. Everybody knows who third phase of moon is. So they would have to be the influencers in this picture, I would think. For the people that I know. I don't know who else could do it. We could make a little bit of noise. GoofOn could. I mean, people know about GoofOn. But GoofOn has a reputation for being an asshole. Where third phase of moon doesn't. They just have a reputation for making money in the field and people accusing them of hoaxing everything, which is a lie. So, that's just par for the course for them. But how do we do it? How? Third phase of moon has been doing it for 12 years. And even though 98% of everything they put up, and probably 99.999% of everything they posted is 100% legit. Out of 10,000 videos, there may only be a handful. 10, maybe 15. I'll even say 20 out of 10,000 could be a little suspect, which means they were fooled or were testing how videos work, in the early days. We all made mistakes early on. I would never say the things I said back then now. And they sure as hell wouldn't post stuff that they used to post now. It's called growth. I mean, if you can't give people a chance, then what good are you as a fellow citizen, a peer, a friend, maybe, somebody that's interested in the same thing? Why are you always looking for that, Think positively. Unfortunately, the world is filled with assholes. So we do have a problem that'll be a problem forever. But if it's up to the public, third phase of moon, they're the only ones I know that could do it. I mean, that I would talk to. I don't know anybody else. Not even secure team I would go to. It's just a child. Doesn't know anything about anything really. I'll take that back. He doesn't know or have the connections that third phase of moon has. Nor does he have the maturity to pull it off. And a good business sense to keep it going. If you ever look at secure team, it's one and done. He shoots his wad and moves on. Doesn't give a shit about follow-up, never does any research. It's that channel literally is just about cash. That's it. They don't care about the greater good over there. So that's why you never hear about secure team ever. Because they're irrelevant with 2 million subscribers. We're more relevant with 10,000 subscribers than than secure team. How's that? How's that for the asshole? The only way you grow is by having these hard conversations and discussions. Yeah, I know I may not have the best tact. I get a little out of it. I get pissed and I just go, but sorry. Too bad. I'm not even apologizing anymore. It's just the way it is. I can't help it. I'm Italian.
We've got to do this ourselves. and
God.
demonstrate that we're worthy of respect, worthy of participating as co-equals with others in our galaxy. You know, and so we have to work hard to overcome these silly things that we do of poisoning our own planet, you know, with carbon and petroleum and contaminated.
We are so, as a species, stupid, thinking that we're going to ruin the planet. Do you know things were way worse a long time ago, before humans were around? Even when humans were around. What was it? The carbon, I don't know, not carbon emission, but whatever happened, it was really, really bad. Probably from volcanoes erupting and whatnot. But it was way worse than anything we're going through. What scares me the most about being a human, which I'm going to be fine, but 100 years from now and 25 years from now, when we hit 10 billion people, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. There's only so much fresh water out there. I don't know if we'll ever run out of it, but according to experts, 2030, 2032, 3, that's when things will be drying up. Imagine when water is drinking water. I don't know why we just don't go to the oceans. We use the oceans for everything, for our dumps, and we can make drinking water out of it. All right. So, all right, good for Danny Sheehan. Bop, bop, bop. We'll do some more of him tomorrow and listen in on part 1 of that. I'd only put up part 2 first, but here we go. Next. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this. I forgot about it. But Greer and Gary Nolan worked together on that Atacama thing. Remember the little 6-inch alien? Yeah, check it out. Somebody made a video about it, I think. I didn't watch it, but...
This was found in the Atacama Desert. We don't know how it came about.
See what happens here.
Techniques are available. The techniques are cheap. The answers are nearly absolute. So let's do it.
Great. Thanks for the claim now on the show. I'll edit that out. I didn't know what that was going to be. I thought there was actual conversations. Okay. Do you guys know Dennis Stillings? He's an author on ETs and psychic transformation and rebirth. Says the pituitive ETs have all the earmarks of human psychic components in symbolic form, which are in the process of manifesting in the psychic economy of a person undergoing a psychological transformation of a typical sort. Perhaps that very transformation traditionally refers to as rebirth. Did you hear what I said? I don't even know what I said. The putative ETs have all the earmarks of human psychic components in symbolic form, whatever that means. What does that mean? Which are in the process of manifesting in the psychic economy of a person undergoing a psychological transformation of a typical sort. Okay. Perhaps that very transformation traditionally referred to as rebirth. Boom. It didn't go over my head. I just That's not something I get into. But I thought it was interesting to read. Lou Elizondo gives his opinion of the 1994 Ariel School Zimbabwe UFO landing case. Most people don't know that there was a uranium mine nearby the Ariel School. They were looking for uranium. The aliens were looking for uranium and wound up, at the Ariel School. Make a left over by the tree. It should be over by the swing set. Okay, Alfie. Here I go. Oh, shit. Slow down. Oh, no. Kids. Don't move your lips. Talk to them with your mind. It'll freak them out. Try it. Give it a try. We are not going to hurt you. It's working. Look, they're freaking out. We're not here to hurt you. You're hurting your planet. With technology and stuff. Okay, peace and love. Gotta go now. Bye-bye. That's how it went. That's how it went. Here it is. Here's Lou. Here's Boohoo Lou. Tiny lips. Two-lip, tiny tip. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Michigan, welcome to the show, Joe.
Yes. Hi, Martin. Lou, I have a question. I have a question for you, Lou. I've been studying this topic for close to 6 decades, and the one incident that really moved me more than anything else was the Ariel School encounter, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about that, Lou, if you would, please.
I've been in this program and this research for 6 decades. And there ain't nothing I know that you don't know. I forgot more than you know. And I was just wondering, what does Lou think about the Ariel School Zimbabwe UFO landing case, Lou?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I think James Fox did a really fine job presenting the facts involving the Ariel School. What most people may not know is that there was a uranium mine nearby. Coincidence?
Wow.
I don't know.
Look at a smirk.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Who does he look like right there? It won't come out.
Coincidence?
Wow. Maybe.
I don't know. But, for every one of those incidents that have been reported, there's some equally compelling incidents that remain below the radar that have occurred, but nobody's really wanted to talk about. And I think as we continue to have this conversation, more of these incidents are going to become publicized and well known. I think what makes this incident so interesting is that you have a lot of eyewitnesses. And just like the scene of an accident, the more eyewitnesses you have, the better it is to figure out what happened. How was the accident caused? And you also had kids.
Hello, Lynn Hurley. Mrs. Hurley. Hello.
Who don't really have the sophistication to when you are doing an investigation, kids can tell you stories. But for all the kids to have a consistent story, even when you separate them by space and time, and they still remain consistent with each other, and they're not talking to each other, that's pretty compelling. Now you're talking about something that was experienced by multiple people that was perceived as being actually a real event, and because of that, we have to take it very, very seriously.
This is what a terrible. First of all, Martin, isn't that Martin Willis? He's not a good interviewer. I know he's got Lou on and everything, but who gives a shit about this, right? And look at how long this answer is taking. It's like, I'm so bored, and it's like, let's talk about something that's really interesting. Who gives a shit what Lou thinks about the Ariel school thing? I mean, why even talk about it? And you know what he's going to say. You know, a lot of people kept their story the same. Nothing's changed. A bunch of school kids. I mean, we all know. Martin, you need to expand, man. Pretty weak. I can't listen anymore. Expand your horizons a little bit, bro. What do you think about aliens? Do they exist, Lou? Do you think UFOs are real? Have you ever experienced anything? Have you ever seen a ghost? Do you believe in life after death? Do you know anybody that's ever seen anything? You got to put another quarter in. Oh, here we go. Have you ever had dreams when you were a kid about aliens? Have you ever felt like that aliens were around you? Do you think you're psychic? Is anybody in your family psychic? Do you know what psychic means? Way to go, Martin. Mick West. Always entertaining. Because it doesn't get any more ridiculous than listening to Mick West go over the gimbal for the 90th time. So, Total Disclosure, formerly POP Culture Corner, says, hey, Mick West, I appreciate your work. We need skeptics. But your argument on the gimbal video, such a slap in the face to the various witnesses. Why would the operators have these reactions? You started from a skeptical view, non-neutral. So let's take a listen. This, you see, watch, just listen and we'll talk. You'll see. This is, all right, hold on, here we go.
The most interesting thing about this gimbal UFO footage is the rotation. Now, I've explained before how this can just be a rotating glare caused by the way the camera is mounted on something called a gimbal mount. No coincidence. But if the glare is rotating independently of the horizon because of these camera movements, then shouldn't we see other light effects also rotate? In the Nimitz, or tic-tac footage, we see a fairly dramatic rotation of both the object position and what looks like some reflected lights over the whole frame as the camera traverses from -3 degrees to +3 degrees, which is where a different rotation mechanism is used and the main gimbal system does a large correction, as I demonstrated in another video. That demonstrates that it's the camera rotating in the Nimitz footage, but can we see this in the gimbal video? Yes, we can. I've been using the version of the video that the New York Times put out in December 2017, and if you scrub back and forth with that, you can kind of see the background rotates when the glare rotates. That's evidence, but it was never that convincing because of the quality of the video.
Oh yeah.
But today, I discovered that the New York Times has a higher quality version of the video, which they posted in May of this year, 2019. The older video was encoded at 3.8 megabits per second, but the new video, which also includes the Go Fast video, is encoded at 12.4 megabits per second, more than 3 times the data rate. If you compare the two, you can see there's much more detailed contrast in the background when you zoom in. Unfortunately, they darkened the lower portion of the video, but we're really only interested in the glare and the sky. Now, when we scrub back and forth with this new version, you can see the rotation of the light pattern more clearly.
Big time.
But more importantly, the increased bitrate of the video allows us to better enhance the contrast.
Yeah, I think he's right.
And see this rotation even clearer than before. It might be a bit hard to see what I'm talking about. What is rotating?
No, you can
in
totally
an enclosed
see it.
moving camera system like this, you've got 2 types of light which make up the final image. You've got the wanted light, the light from the scene that goes through the lens as you would expect and makes the picture. But then there's unwanted light, glare, lens flares, diffraction effects, and reflections. That's added on top of the image. So if we rotate parts of the camera, then some of the unwanted light can also rotate. Here you see the faint bands and regions of light and dark rotate with the glare in the middle.
Ancient
and that's
Chinese
what you should look
secret.
for in the gimbal footage. This rotation of the light across the sky matches the rotation
Oh
of the
my
glare
God,
of
it
the
does.
supposed UFO, which proves two
You can
things.
see it.
Firstly,
right
it
here.
proves the rotation is caused by the camera.
Oh my God.
The abrupt rotations of the UFO match the rotations of the light field in the sky perfectly. There's a large rotation here.
Wow.
Then the second rotation. Then there's a jump at 3 to 4 degrees, probably caused by the large outer gimbal correction. Secondly, it proves that the shape of the UFO is largely, if not entirely, due to camera glare. We've seen this type of glare before in other videos
Yep.
of engine exhaust. And since it rotates with the camera, that means the entire effect is just a camera artifact. Is it solved?
No shit.
Nearly. We still don't.
That is really unbelievable. But it's still not 100% proof. But it does show that he could be right. And that means I was right. I can't always be right, can I? Is that possible? It's amazing. That was some really good shit. Good for Mick West. I liked it. And let's see what people are saying, because somebody says, oh, of course, he's starting from a skeptical view. Even if Mick West was believing that was a UFO, and he still tried to figure it out, he would have figured that out. Why? Yeah. People just want that thing to be real, don't they? They really do. Skepticism, Truth Chaser says, is all about neutrality. You are non-neutral. You believe we should grant overweighted credence to particular eyewitness testimony that is not corroborated by the data presented. That's bias. People are getting it. It only took 5 years, but they're getting it. They're getting it. They're loving it. They are getting it. John Greenwald posted something. It had to do with Gary Nolan. Because Gary Nolan says here's Gary Nolan. He's clearly stating Elizondo showed him the UAP videos 3 weeks or so before they went public. Yet Elizondo told me point blank that he had no idea the videos were becoming public, nor did he know TTSA or the New York Times had them. So you know what that means? He lied! Just like when I think Hillary Clinton said, when we got off the plane in Iraq, they shot at us. Lies! I never had sexual relations with that woman. It was a cigar. Why is Gary Nolan even in our narrative? Because he is part of the problem. Good for Greenwald posting this.
I know a lot of these people, right? So I know Lou Elizondo, Chris Mellon, the whole
Of course you
crowd.
do. They're all your girlfriends.
I saw the videos about 3 weeks or so before they...
Did you see the lie? Did you see him lie? Watch. There it is. Oh, look, he's cross-eyed there. I saw the videos about 3 weeks before they went public. And then he looks up and to the right.
I saw the...
There. Oh, up and to the left. He's thinking. Did you see him? It's true. There, look at him looking for that answer. Where's the lie, Lou? I'll send it to you, shithead. Okay, I'm waiting. Got it.
Videos about 3 weeks or so.
And did you hear how he said 3 weeks? He goes, and about 3 weeks. He's lying out his wazookie. This guy is a POS in a TIE, huh? No.
Before they went public, I was at a bar with Lou overlooking the Pentagon
Give me a
in
break.
Crystal City, and they showed him to me, and my hair stood on end. And he said, this is
the only bar you were at was for men only. Yeah, it was a gay bar. Me and Lou were at the I don't want to say it, but we were at the I can't say it. I can't say it. All right. Wow. Let's continue where... Is this yesterday? No, I'm not doing this again. Nah, not interested. Not interested. Nope. That UFO chick posted something today that was rather interesting. Pentagon UFO study. Led by a researcher who believes in the supernatural. Well, all right. Now we're talking. Good. Good. Finally, they got somebody who understands. I'm not going to donate. Freaking donate to our paper. It's the only time I've ever seen it. When the U.S. government released much anticipated UFO report and UFOs many years ago, many were perplexed, couldn't explain 143 out of 144 sightings examined. In the single case closed, the recording the mystery object was large, deflating balloon. Where are the aliens? Cracked one headline. The truth was still out there, so was any sense of who had conducted the analysis, because the officer of the Director of National Intelligence, which released the study, provided no details about who had investigated the cases. Last week, however, a former Department of Defense astrophysicist and reality TV personality named Travis Taylor asserted that he was the chief scientist for the congressionally mandated study. What? Travis Taylor was the main guy for the congressionally mandated study? Why did I not ever see that? Travis, he's the reason we got the dot. The revelation shocked UFO skeptics in the science community. They note that Taylor has made extraordinary claims during TV appearances, including to have seen more UFOs than I can count. And that he's been tracked by supernatural entities that caused his car and appliances to malfunction. I've been there. I find it very difficult to believe federal authorities gave Taylor a prominent role in preparing the UFO report, said Seth Shostak, an astronomer at the SETI Institute who was familiar with Taylor's involvement with ancient aliens. In fact, Taylor did serve in a lead role with the government's Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, which produced 2021's fuzzy UFO report. Pentagon spokesperson Susan Goff-Kamern confirmed in Science Insider. But Taylor did not respond to requests. But Taylor was informally referred to as the chief scientist as efforts to assemble a larger team were underway, and it was not a full-time position. Taylor, according to his LinkedIn profile, has 5 advanced science degrees, including a PhD in optical physics and a PhD in aerospace and engineering, and is currently working on advanced propulsion concepts, very large space telescopes, space-based beamed energy systems, and next-generation space launch concepts. Me too! He has published 2 academic textbooks and numerous peer-reviewed papers. In recent statements to George Knapp, a TV journalist in Vegas, Taylor said he was asked to be the government's lead scientist on UFOs in 2019 by Jay Stratton, whom he counts as a longtime DoD colleague and friend. At the time, Taylor was with the U.S. Army Space and Missile Defense Command, where he was employed from 2007 until retiring 2 months ago. Stratton was based at the Office of Naval Intelligence before retiring recently. Both men now work for Radiance Technologies, a Huntsville, Alabama-based defense contractor. What do you want from me? Travis Taylor. Did it just get really weird? It just got weirdly quiet. Like, it's so quiet, it's loud. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hold on, I got something here I want to play. I got a few videos right now we're going to play. This is about the Anunnaki. I have got to do a show about the you an Anunnaki, but you can't come in. They may be the reason we are here. You know, we joke around a lot, but our existence is really extraordinary. The fact that we're sitting here talking, you can see me through a screen, it's like magic. It really is. And the whole world can tune in at any time if we're here. It's very amazing. People forget and actually take this for granted, this technology and what we're doing right now. It is absolutely amazing. But if we are from the makeup, the DNA, if we're from Anunnaki, then they would have to be God. And, well, because weren't we made in God's image? Or is that just a hoax too? Here, check this out.
According to the Sumerian records, the Anunnaki have played a direct role in human history, from the creation of man to the construction and destruction of ancient empires and civilizations. The ancient Anunnaki aliens as pre-flood civilization, the first period of Anunnaki activity, began before the Great Deluge, a flood recorded in the Bible as Noah's flood. Arriving on Earth around 700,000 BC, the first Anunnaki settlement was set up at Eridu, in the region that was named the Eden, Earth Station 1. The Anunnaki first came from their home planet, Nibiru. Nibiru is the 12th planet with a distance of 3,600,000 kilometers after Neptune. It has a retrograde solar orbit around the Sun with a deteriorating atmosphere which could only be repaired with gold. After the flood, and around 10,500 BC, the Anunnaki established a new spaceport control center in the Sinai Peninsula on Mount Moriah, the future site of
Anunnaki. I have such a hard time with the Anunnaks. I do. You don't think I see? I see what's going on in that chat room. You can't pull that off on me. I know. I see. Secrets in the field. Come on, everybody. Secrets in the field. What are they, everybody?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean? One more time.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
What are they, everybody? Give it to me. Are they harbingers of world change?
These secrets in the field, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field,
Secrets in the field.
are they harbingers of world change?
Secrets in the field. Secrets in the field. What are they? Bastard, scared the hell out of me. That's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you very much for joining Goof On. Appreciate it. Don't forget, you can still help support the show even after it's done with thanks. Yep, many thanks after the video. It's like a super chat. You can see it after every video. Just look for the heart that says thanks. And help support Goof On any day of the year. I want to thank moderators and super chatters. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the show. I did not check because we didn't get anything on the PayPal, but that's okay. I appreciate it. Huge night. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. Hey, we're almost at, let's see, are we there yet? 10 grand. Let's see. 10,000 subscribers. Nope, 9,681. We'll be there. We'll be there. I think we're done, but maybe we'll hit there this year. Thank you very much for helping out tonight and hanging out. I know we'll be around tomorrow at 7 o'clock, but don't work hard tomorrow. Just enjoy. Just do whatever it is you do. If you love your job, it's not like work. If you got that kind of job, then I'll see you tomorrow at 7 with a smile. Hey, even if you don't like your job, but you're still making a living and supporting the fam and yourself, good for you. Do the responsible thing. Remember, we're not millennials. We're Gen Xers, the last great generation. And that's why we do the truthology for ufology, as I was saying. Hold on, I have to check something here. I was told to check the super chat on Lantonio. It'll explain. Brett S. Joe K? Wait, what? I don't understand. Hold on. Something happened. Blue Glass FAP Lantonio. I think there's two. Oh, I didn't see your super chat and FAPs. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Hold on, I didn't see it. I'm getting a little bit excited here. Don't let me get an anxiety attack again. There. Oh, I see a few. How'd that get by me? See, that's uncool. This is why I need to have somebody here with me to replace the Coral. It's going to be now called the Coraline position. Yeah. All right. This is very strange. I've scrolled back now 30 minutes. I don't see your super chats they said they were there. So I'm scrolling back. Here it is. I see FAPs. And Lantonios. And then there's another one. I think there's two reasons for Mars. There's something there that we are interested in, or there's nothing there and it's just a distraction for the rest of us. An extremely expensive distraction. But you might be right. They could be on Europa right now, filling up that their new underwater machine with fish. Probably found some new stem cells to cure the planet. Thanks, Lantonio. $5 super chat. Mucho gusto, generoso, sir. Appreciate that. FAP, if I send a probe, I guarantee I'm watching my 6 at all times. Yeah, pegging ain't for me. No shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you need to. Goes without saying. And that's a $5 FAP super thought. Thank you very much, FAP. Mucho gusto, generoso to you. And there's one more I saw. I do not like leaving out super chats. You guys have to be rewarded, as I am. I'm getting to the next one, which is a $2 one. Whoops, there it is. Whoa! Everything just flashed. Let me get out of here. Who the hell is Aninagi? Stupid. Very good. I'm like, who? Uh-oh. Got it. Thanks, Blue Glass. That wasn't nice. You almost got me. I almost went into, I have no idea who that is, but I realized what it said. Thank God I caught that. That would have been good. That's happened before with me. Remember somebody came in and they said they were like huge balls or something. And I kept saying something silly like that. I didn't realize it. All right. Thank you, Blue Glass. Thank you, FAP. And thank you, Lantonio, to end the show with some supers. Mucho gusto, generoso. And we will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.